Well, joining us now to discuss the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo's declaration is actually his spokesman, Laolu Akande. Thank you, Laolu, for being here tonight in the studio with us. And of course, we've seen all the calls, all the clamor, all the push for the Vice President to throw his hat in the ring. And today, he's finally done so. But what does this really mean, really, for Nigerians, especially for those who are clamoring for new voices and new opportunities?
Well, it means that Nigerians are going to be able again to determine going forward the kind of leader that they want. And it means that you have a vice president who has worked in the last 7 years with the president to go very seriously at the critical problems of the day. Somebody who has had the experience, who has had who has the competence, and who has the temperament, the right attitude to deal with the issues. Somebody who comes with a lot of preparations, knowledge and understanding. Clearly is a front runner in this race.
Well, after a lot of speculations and uncertainty, we're finally here, and there have been different reactions. Some people even scrutinizing the video up to the minute details of the background music. So it was so dramatic, you know, and it was the vice president alone speaking to the camera, looking down the barrels of the cameras. But they would also like to know, because questions have been raised, was this a declaration from coercion? Because there had been pressure from a lot of groups. So is it contesting because so many people wanted him to contest, or is this a dream he has thought out well, you know, well orchestrated? What is it for the vice president? Well,
so if you know the vice president, like I believe a lot of Nigerians do, you will understand that he is somebody that has the public spirit. Even before he was appointed by the former Attorney General of the Federation as the special advisor to Chief Bola Jibola, or to the time when he became commissioner, he has always been somebody driven by public interest. And so every of his public life, including when he was a professor of law, became a senior advocate of Nigeria, and a pastor, it's always been driven by the public interest. And so there's nothing new that has happened beyond the fact that this is a man that is always driven by public interest. And
it's
that is
why,
and you can even tell from how he relates with people, the resonance that he gets, the connection and the engagement with the people. So this is a man that clearly understands the place and purpose that God has destined for him. And if you look through all his life, since he was a teacher at the age of 23, when he became a law professor, up until now, it will be every step of the way, service to the people, commitment to the people, advancing what is in the larger interest of the community.
Right, and talking about continuing, the truth is, from the video that he released earlier, his speech really focused on loyalty and continuity. And would you say that is a good thing at this time, especially seeing how the APC, his party, is being perceived, especially since he's been the vice president of Muhammadu Buhari for the past 7 years?
His speech focused on how it is that he intends, by the grace of God and the will of the people, to continue some of the great and noble work of this administration in the area of infrastructure, in the area of social welfare, in the area of talking about infrastructure, power, rail, broadband connectivity, and also advancing the justice sector reforms, taking the tech economy to the next level. These are the things that focus, these are the central things in his speech. And the fact that he has had the experience, he has interacted with virtually every sector and arm of the Nigerian society, community. He's met with farmers, met with market women, met virtually every sector of the community, and he understands their pain, he understands their expectation, and he does understand how together we can make this country the country of our dreams.
Indeed. The vice president has, traversed the length and breadth of this country, and that brings me to my next question, because in the 7th paragraph of his declaration speech, he talked about radically transforming our security and intelligence architecture. What exactly did he mean by that, and why haven't we done that already?
It's a work in progress. So one of the things that had happened in the last, I believe, several months was that the president actually asked the vice president, to lead a needs assessment of the entire security architecture. you know, and this includes the whole gamut of security architecture in the country. Now, I don't think this information has gone out quite before now. So as a fallout of some of the work in the National Security Council, it was decided that there was a need to completely reconfigure Nigeria's security architecture, and the Vice President is the one that is leading that effort, working with all the security chiefs. What do we need to change, whether it's police, whether it's military, whether it's civil defense, you know, whether it's intelligence, and this is the work that is going on. So that's one of the things that he's talking about, and there are other things, you know, that it will be that will have to be continued and taken to its logical conclusion to deliver the kind of security and prosperity that Nigerians deserve.
Right, but at the end of the day, declaring, that's where the work really starts from, because he still has to work to really get the ticket off the party before you can think about him becoming president. And some people wonder how he's going to be able to gather the base that he really needs, really, to become the flag bearer of the party, and married up with the fact that the president had said before that he had a candidate, a preferred candidate, which he's keeping close to his chest. So directly asking you right now, for the fact that the vice president has worked with the president for so long, do you think he might be that anointed one that the president might be talking about?
Well, I mean, I won't be speaking for the president, and of course, I'm not going to be able to divulge whatever it is that the vice president and the president have spoken about. What I will say to you is that, like Nigerians know, there is a very good chemistry between these two gentlemen. There's mutual respect. They've worked together for 7 years, and in those 7 years, you know, all that Nigerians have seen is collaboration, is cooperation, is respect, and is the fact that they both share a common vision of a greater Nigeria. And so I think that is all that we need to focus on now. That's all that we know, and it's good enough.
Well, he joins a list of heavy politicians, and just going back to Amaka's first questions that I've declared already on the platform of the APC, that have built strong political structures over the years. And, you know, people wonder, you know, how tough a job is this for the vice president who has never really been on the ballot alone? How does he intend to build the support base to earn him the ticket?
Well, it's the third time that the vice president is going to be on the ballot. He was on the ballot in 2015. He was on the ballot in 2019.
As a running mate.
And where you just, all you need to do is to look at how very intensely he campaigned in those elections, especially in 2019 when he was actually going into people's homes. And in Southwest alone, he went to over 70 towns in the Southwest alone in 2019. So the vice president is somebody that is very comfortable with the people. Is somebody that connects very easily with the masses of Nigerian people, and those are the people that are going to vote. So when we talk about structure, the structure belongs to the people. The people are the structures, and they love the vice president.
Well, they love the vice president, but we cannot sit here and pretend like we have heard some criticisms going the way of this administration, which he is a key part of. But are there some that actually raises concerns for you, especially those of you who work with the vice president, as you look forward to that all-important primaries?
Well, I mean, government is a continuum. You have to continue to do what you can do. You win some, you lose some. You know, there are challenges that come your way, and you sort them. I am very comfortable that even looking at the record of this government has made quite tremendous impact in the area of infrastructure, in the area of social investment, and we are working hard on the business environment, trying to see how we can enlarge the space, make it easy for people to do business. These are the things that we're going to do more of as the Nigerian people give the opportunity and the chance to the vice president right after the president.
Well, we'll look forward to the primaries first, because it needs to get the ticket first
now
of the party before the vote. Thank you so much, spokesperson for Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Laolu Akande, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Presidential aspirant, really.
Yes, presidential aspirant.
Thank you for having me.
We wish you the best.
Thank you so much.